Now let's start. So we are right now live recording, not exactly live. So we're recording it, right?
Right.
So, but live for us, right?
Yeah. Live for us. People who watch it won't be seeing it. It'll be
Yeah.
a memorial. No,
Okay.
gosh, that's horrible. Not memorials. Oh,
So
look,
people may okay. Just let's introduce ourselves. I'm Gennady Batrakov. I'm a founder of the Blogly, and Tom Tate.
Tom Tate. I'm a an avid user of the Blogly, and we're here today to talk about some of the really cool features.
Yes, and my sidekick.
Yes, and Mickey, the side dog there.
Yeah, and this is a Mickey, by the way. Yeah, he's scratching himself. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's
So, so let's move on. So today we're going to talk about the one of the subjects. And by the way, I hate those Okay. One of the subjects that brought up many people, they talk about how to connect WordPress quickly, and actually it's not really a big deal, but it still need to be covered.
sure.
And it's not only how to connect to WordPress; it's about publishing process itself. So publishing, we talk about publishing, why publishing is so important, why I need so many publishing per month, why limit is there, and of course, it's understandable why limiting there. We want to make money like everybody else, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. Everybody's in the business. They try to make money. We're trying to make money too. So remember, the lifetime deal is for life. And
Right.
somebody is paying for like one time, they get it one time payment, but it's a lifetime of support goes with it. So we're running
Sure.
our servers. So it's understandable. So eventually, the lifetime deal will be going away as soon as we have enough. Many people also ask about this. As soon as we have enough people in our database and we feel strong about moving to subscription, we will. But I will definitely will the warning in an announcement. There will be announcement on our Facebook page, Facebook group. I kind of became a big fan of the Facebook. I realized this is not just for all the people who trying to say how they spend the weekend and how much they enjoy the food in the restaurant. I think it's a huge community of business people, and it was shocking to me how much of the influence of this Facebook have.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing uh, that it's. Well, you see there, look, I did that thing, and I went to Toastmasters.
Toastmasters on Facebook.
No, no, just I had Toastmasters training to learn how to speak without saying
Yeah, it kills me sometimes. I'm watching my own video and I say, "Oh, jeez." I mean, probably many people who doing the YouTube videos, they going through the same struggle. I'm telling you, I'm cutting out sometimes. I see, I'm saying, why I'm doing this, and this is a kind of hard. I mean, yeah, all right. But anyway, I'm getting better. So
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't get me started on it. It's like being an editor. Once you start editing stuff, you see everything.
yeah,
It's a curse.
yeah, but what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to be open. I'm trying to show exactly what in the development process happens, and I'm like probably people can associate me with their business because I'm in a startup. Whether you want to call it startup or not, you can call it small business. You can call whatever. I'm just focusing. I'm doing it full time. This is my job. This is why I quit the corporate. I didn't want to be corporate. I want to make my own decisions. This is a most crucial point for me. I'm making my own decision and I'm enjoying it. Even though I'm in the red, huge part in red, I spent too much money on development, didn't get enough of the money back. So hopefully now the Blogly is the one that can bring me up. I mean, but then this is all I just need to have my support my family. That's all I'm worried about right now.
That's right. So, and it's noble. It's a tradition. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
I think the cavemen, when the first caveman traded a stick for a rock, business was formed.
Yeah, so now let's go to this. So we try to make it more or less congested. So we will try to fit in a 15 to 18 minutes explaining one functionality, which is
Okay.
really important, the functionality of publishing. So why publishing for WordPress? What's good about publishing using publishing in Blogly and publishing just like simply taking HTML file and just simply copy and pasting? You will see the difference, and I can explain you now. The we do have a different we do have a different price plans with a different number of publishing. So why publishing again? Because it makes it easy, it's fast, it's quick, and plus it's recorded on our system that it's published. And another thing is it allows you to control all your backend files which you have, that you will see this shows up as on your calendar it's being published. You will see this any updates, you can see when it was published, and actually it's the syncing with the WordPress. This is where the main advantages of coming in. You're saving a lot of time. And if somebody tells me that they can go on the WordPress and just publish it, or say copy paste the article for in a few minutes, no, not. So every time I go in the publishing, I got the text and I got my content, maybe a Google Doc, and I try to copy paste and put it in the WordPress. Forget about it. Every time I spend no less than 1 hour just for, oh, I need to fix this. Maybe I add this, and maybe I add the extra external link. Maybe I correct slightly here. The formatting doesn't look good. Maybe I add an extra images. Now what happens is you spending time. Now,
Right.
and another thing is that now all of a sudden your original document which you had, your Google Doc, which you keep all your the documentation for, like it's supposed to be like your last known good state of your article.
Right.
All of a sudden as they start going apart. Now you having your WordPress going one way. Now all this little thin correction, even a few little things, you get in a few extra URLs there that you put in, you pointing out, or maybe internal linking. You do the internal linking, external linking. You put in the extra other external links there. They will never appear in your Google Doc unless you go there and start making adjustment there too. But that would be so unproductive, and usually people don't do. I don't do it. When I was doing the Google Docs, I'm trying to maintain the latest copy in Google Doc.
Right.
Oh, geez, it's so much work. You're making changes there. You gotta make sure changes reflect there. Otherwise, now your document become instantly outdated, and you cannot use it anymore. Now your copy on the WordPress becomes your driving mechanism. That's why many people say, "Oh, I'm gonna do the backups of the WordPress because that's what if I lose it? I got the backup." Those backups are not good anymore. They don't have any more of this information which you already added. Even tiny
Right.
little things are important. You add in the internal links, you add in the formatting, you add in images, you add in alternative text. They're not reflecting in your Google Docs. Forget about your Google Docs. If you imagine now taking a Google Doc and try to republish it again, and then you have 20 of them, what's gonna happen?
Now you got to do it all over.
Now you're gonna
again.
do this, spend another week or so doing it. So, right?
Yeah.
And now you lost
If
what
you
had.
remember which one, what changes you made.
Now, this is where the difference coming in. Now, all of a sudden, your WordPress becoming your main place where you keep on your data. Now you gotta think of the backups. Now you're gonna back it up somewhere. So God forbid you lose it. So
Right.
if you lost it, now you're gonna replace it somehow. And if you now, and you need to make sure every time you do the update, you make sure you have a backups there going on. You set up extra plugins. Extra plugins are not the. I mean, it's a good solution. But is it the best? No. You still have you have your backup is out there, and your main primary content is there. And now you're totally relying on the WordPress. Now, Blogely, I don't even go in the WordPress. I'm publishing everything from there. My main concept, I'm just keeping my content live, and I mean the latest content in Blogely is there, with all the links, with all the external links, with all the formatting. I don't even do the formatting anymore. Forgot when I was going to WordPress just to do anything. So basically everything
Right.
from other. And we'll do that right now, live example today. What's gonna be, how you gonna actually do it. So right now we're gonna connect. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna connect the WordPress. See that you have multiple options. When you connect in the WordPress, you could do it through the extra plugin, application passwords. It's actually application password is kind of like a security measure that allows you to create a separate password and easy manageable. You can disconnect it quickly, and it only works works well with API. So you create it through application password. So this is again, it's more of the security measure. But can you connect it with your own credential? Yes. Just make sure you're using your credentials as an admin. You cannot use as an editor. Editor will not work. It has to be for API. It has to be in admin credentials. So when you put in your site, you put in your website, you put in your domain name with the HTTPS and everything, and the domain name when it's .com, and then you add in your username and you add in your admin password. Then you will connect. And I will show that how it's being done, and also will show the actual live examples how easy and fast the republishing is. Okay.
Okay. Now, is that something you have to do, or can you just connect from Blogely and go in? Well, I'll ask that question once we get into it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's share the screen.
My dog just came ripping down here. It must be close to dinner time.
All right. I am in Blogely right now. So, and actually this is my live account. So I'm going to show in the live accounts how it's being done. There are some, you can see the latest one I did for the importing functionality. I just created this yesterday. Actually, by the way, this one would be a good one to submit. I just didn't put the transcripts yet. I actually created, and by the way, this one would be helpful to someone, the transcripts. The best app for transcript is Outer AI. Let me just show here. Oh, no, it's not here. So people may appreciate it. So, but I do have this Outer, which is, let me show you here. Here's the Outer. Utter. Oh, say Utter, right? So Outer. So Utter AI. Really, really good app for the transcripts. So basically, I just, after I recorded, I submitted upload, and just taken the old, and actually really does well. So when anyone click it here and start reading to me, you can see right here, right? It's pretty cool. And you can see how it's moving, right?
So just make sure this header is
Isn't it pretty cool, huh?
That is cool.
And yeah, so all I need to do now that just export this content. I'm gonna take it as a text right here, and I will add it. I will add it in my blog. So let's go now back. Now, and by the way, I'm going to replace Zoom. I already sick of this. This is it just takes too much of the performance, and it's clogging up the computer. It doesn't let me move. And I just tested today, by the way, Google Cloud or Google Share, how they call it, Google Team.
I haven't used that one yet.
Oh, really? I tell you, this is a performance is zero. I mean, really, really good. I mean, they don't have a pressure on your CPU, so really, really good. So now this one is the Zoom, probably gonna go away. I'm sorry for Zoom. So I love the Zoom. For the last 3 years I've been using it, but now it sucks. So now I'm gonna do it differently.
How do you really feel about it?
Oh, I feel really strongly about it. So now they went up from 7 million people or something like 7-8 million before the COVID, and after COVID they're like 307 or something plus million. So yeah, of course I understand it, but it's now I'm suffering. So right. I'm gonna go with the Google.
Cool.
Even though not my favorite, but I will go. Now let's do this. First of all, the connection of the WordPress. So we're going into settings. In the settings we have integrations. Now if you know, there's 2 tabs here, and we specifically, because some people ask me, oh, I connected, they click on connect, this pops up, they connected, click OK, and they don't see anything. Yeah, of course, because we're not gonna put it here multiple WordPresses, we put it here on the connected services. So connected services, this is where the place you will keep your connected WordPresses alive. So if you have multiple codes, you can stack up to like, I believe we put like up to 20 WordPresses you can go to on the 5 codes. That's a lot, by the way. Yeah. But it's a good opportunity for someone to make money. So basically, if you want to make money, offer your clients the management of the blog, and they will appreciate it, and they would gladly pay money for someone to just simply take a blog, manage the blog, and just upload the blog. in a blog post and making sure it's done properly and will look good, and they willingly pay money for that. So I would pay. If I wouldn't have this, I would pay someone, because I just have no time going to WordPress. It's like a dinosaur. You go there and it's like you get lost in all this plugins, million plugins, and slowness, and then you click on it, you wait, and and then you figure out, why is this one not working? Because there's friggin' so much complexity is there, and you try to figure out what is what. And I'm not alone. I'm pretty sure many people complain about that too. So now, because of many people ask, we added here the little thing here. It shows two in green. That means I'm connected, two connected services right here. I have my client support here. I added the one of the from Australia. We connected to his account just to help him out. So I will remove it when there is nothing is not required anymore. So now we have here, this is the place where you connect the WordPress. So now we also connected the other non-integrated platforms. And I give the example, like for example, Wix or Squarespace. I think that both of them are not really given open public API. So basically they don't let anybody to use the API to update and upload their content in a blog post. If it is the case, so we created the different approach. So we basically say, okay, if they don't have the API, so what we can do to kind of simplify the process and making sure that content will be posted just like you would post it in a regular connection of the WordPress. So in this case, we come up with the other non-integrated platform. You click connect, you put in your website here, but when you go through the steps and you go, the next step would be that it tells you what it is. You just put the name of your slug, you put the date, and you go next and you publish, and we'll tell you, we just simply give you the export of HTML, which you can publish. Well, it's not a big deal. You can do the export right now on any article in HTML and paste it in your blog post. But if you do that manually, it will not record it as being published and will not go through the certain route. Because we have this calendar, where in the calendar it shows all my published and non-published. So you could see this is all my published content, and we have unpublished content here. So yellow ones that are scheduled in this month, and the other ones are, you can see the other one are the different statuses. Like we have some ideas, or I have something like canceled or whatever. So this one is the place for publish and unpublish. Very simple calendar. When you click here, you know exactly what it is, and you have an access to the any of the published content or non-published, doesn't it? So you can basically go quickly like this, and you can enter into your articles here. So let me go back here in this article. So now I want to publish this.
Oh, you were going to show how to connect? Or?
I want to show first how to connect. Let's go back and then now connect it. So Tom, keep a watch on time, because I want to make it efficient and quick. You connect here where your website URL, just like this. Just look at https://blogly.com. That's your website. Make sure do not put anything after that, like /blogs or something. Don't do that. Just simply the domain name. Username, there has to be an admin. So just simply put the admin. It's like, okay, if I get an admin, say Blogly admin, that's gonna be my username. You can put the username. Can you use email? Yes, you can. Actually, you can use email. So you can put the username and you put your password. So use this as your admin account. Once you connect it, it will work. Yeah, see now how WordPress, it takes the killing now out of the, takes the drain away. They're just waiting and they're just going in there, and it's just not an easy thing. So if I go to plugins, say where now, I need to find all my plugins. So let me show you in the plugins. So in the plugins, you have one plugin named application passwords. Now you can see now, if I go there now, I got 19 plugins to update. So this is a killer. So every time I go there, there's some updates or something, and it just keeps spinning and rotating. Now see, I press the plugin, so it takes about half an hour until you get there. So now here is the plugin. If I go here, application passwords, that's this one. So
Right.
this application passwords, what does it allow you to do? When you go to users and you go to your profile, on the profile, you scroll on the bottom. You will find that when you scroll it on the bottom, you'll find here is that how you can connect it. This is application passwords like module. All you need to do is just say, okay, now let me now connect. Connect. Let's say if I connect another, say Blogely or whatever name you wanna do. So I can put here just like this.
Oh, that's, I was going to say, yeah, that's the, the
Yeah, I don't
adult
want to use that.
version.
So now let's say I'm putting any kind of name. When I do that, so this is the password you will be given. So just take a copy of this password, but do not use this username. Your username should be yours. So in this case, when you do this, you just take this password right here, copy it, say just simply dismiss. I will revoke this back. I don't need that. But when I go now here, I'm gonna plug in here, and that should be my username. So when it's done, you will see this connected, and now just for the people asking me, oh, it's connected or not. So yeah, this number will be updated. So if you got one site, two sites, three sites, you can see how many active sites you have now, and you need to switch it here and see if this one is connected. You can disconnect with just one click. So if I click here and disconnect, it just asks me, are you sure you want to disconnect? I click OK, it will be gone. So connection, disconnection is easy. So you can connect it here. Now you're ready to rock and roll. See how slow this is? This is Zoom. So now let's start again. Now I'm going into the article, and now let's say I want now to publish. So I know that my WordPress is connected. And today we're not talking about SEO, because right now I just don't worry about SEO. Let me publish this one without SEO. Okay. So when I go now here, I have a list of the items that I could, and this is, by the way, consider this is our roadmap. We're going to integrate with Drupal, the Webflow, Joomla, Blogger. Storychief is also on a plate, so we're planning for that. We'll see how it's gonna go. They kind of a competitor of us, but slightly in a different space. But who knows? We'll see. The Medium, we definitely will do the Medium. So this one is where you can suggest. You click here, you suggest your integration. You'll be immediately opened up our roadmap. In the roadmap, you can just use the idea. There is ideas. You say the idea. Just click on the Add Idea button and just give us your idea what you want to integrate or do something. So here's the title and more details. So I'm going back now, and I'm showing now here's the WordPress. So I'm selecting the WordPress now. This is the other.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
No, that's not it yet. That's not yet. So this one is other. This is for the place where non-integrated, remember. But right now we're still finishing up this. So people ask me, oh, why this one doesn't look like this? Well, yeah, it's there, but we didn't connect it yet. We will release it in the next day or two, in a couple days, I would say. So now you're in the WordPress. You go next step. Now, very simple. And by the way, I need to change this. People may not understand. There's a little thing that you need to edit here because you need to connect. I think I'm gonna make it on-click on this select site. So basically, you need to select which site you connect. So in this case, now I connect in this site. So and I'm saying okay. So here is the slug. Slug is anything what comes after this, right? So let's say slug. We say okay, this is about importing. So let me call this import. Import. That's the shorter the better. So just think about this. This is the slug should be representative of your keyword. At the same time, it should not be too long. And you could do the when you do this in the two words. Let's say import. Say I've used content, for example. Then in this case, we're gonna change it because we cannot allow the empty spots here. So change it.
I was gonna ask that question. It has to
have the dash. Yes.
Dash. Okay.
So through the dash. So it's just simply select this dash, but you can type like multiple words, but don't go crazy. It has to be short enough, and it has to reflect somehow or close to the keywords that you are aiming for. So now there is a two import statuses that we want to select from WordPress, and they are as sync with the WordPress. The slug will be syncing, so we're gonna create the content exactly on that particular URL including Slack. The statuses will be synced. I select the publish, or I can select the draft. I don't like draft. I just select publish quickly. I can take a look
Sure.
and correct it if I need to. I can change it later. So right now I select published, and here is would be my category. Sometimes it shows like this, and this is now in the involvement of the Zoom. Now for some reason the category is not being dropped down. So if I just simply refresh it, sometimes this is the way how you can actually quickly make sure you get the category. So I just simply refresh, Control F5 or Command N5 on the Mac. You're going back here. When you click here, see now it's Zoom interfering. Yeah. So now you see it now drops down. So now I can select one of my categories. They actually take dynamically any category from the from your WordPress. Let's say I'm selecting the knowledge base, which is actually true. It belongs to knowledge base. And now I'm going to next. I need to select just the publish date. That's it. So in all this data, all these 4 pieces, we're going to transfer to, it's enough for us to send it to the WordPress. That's it. Now, this one is important. So you need to understand about this one. This one, don't touch this one if you just publishing the brand new content. This is my new content. I don't need this. But this one will be used if you already have existing content. And I already explained it in my previous video about importing. I actually showing the difference. When I import something, I immediately, maybe I export, not export, immediately I publish it after importing. I can import my article from my blog quickly. I can do modifications quickly, fine tune it, make it nice, add some images, optimize it, and then I quickly publish it back exactly in the same blog. How I can do it? Very simple. Now let's say here, if I'm going now into my blog post, in my blog post I have all my blog posts listed there, so you can see like little tips and tricks. So now take a look. What's important for me, if I want to publish an existing post, let's say I have it already, an existing post is there, and now I just want to, I don't want to create a new one. I just simply took this blog post, I improved it, make it better, optimized it, and now I'm publishing back. Here's the how. You can just hover on the top of that, and when you do that, you see on the bottom it shows up a little URL. See here in this space right here in the bottom. See, when I hover it again, now you can read it. The blogly.com, VPadmin, such and such, and then post. This is a post ID, like in this case is 55305. So if I take this number 55305 and I go back here, and if I just post this, put this here as a 55305, we exactly gonna be populating this. We can just simply replace the content with the brand new content in exactly the same post ID. So this is important to understand how you can actually swap your information, improve it, and you do not create a new one. So don't worry about creating a new one. If you use this one exactly gives you the chance of improving your existing content. Just one suggestion, one quick tip. Publish date, try to keep exact publish date if it was before. Say for example, if this one was a content published on this one on October 14, so in this case use it as October 14. So Google does not see that as a like a new content. They say keep your publish date the same. You can make changes to your content, and your content is fine as long as it stays on the same day. Your Google will read it as an improvement to existing content, and just simply it will get better instead. So it is actually better in Google eyes. So in this, yes. I
was going to say, so can you have like a klaxon or some sort of warning come on if you click on that and you shouldn't?
Yes, it is. Actually, when you try to click it, see, when I do something, let's take a look here. If I try to put some number and see it, because there's coming up here is a warning. Warning, setting new blog post will link to that blog and overwrite its content. So it tells you that we will overwrite the content exactly for the blog post ID you put in. So in this case, you just say cancel. Don't do it here if you're creating new content. Don't use it. That just you have to know what you're doing. And also we have a help here. It tells you here you can find post by hovering over the post name in the WordPress post page. Okay.
Cool.
So this one is pretty understandable. So just look out for those little tool tips that can help you. new content, don't worry about this one, leave this one alone and just move on. You go to the next step. That's it. So now you're pretty much ready to publish. Now watch this one more extra that like a benefit when you publish from here.
Right.
You can turn in the related post. Now in related post, you can use them or don't use them. It's up to you. But you can turn in related post. When I click here, it will drop down me my post previously created. So I can say, okay, why don't I show this one related post as here? Maybe I could show here the other post and let the people see on the bottom of my published post. It's like, related post, there are some tons of plugins out there that you clog up your WordPress and you're trying to on the bottom you show, oh, there's my related post. Why is it needed? Oh, first of all, it's internal linking. It's just the ability, and also when the reader comes on your post, the reader, they get to the bottom, they can see, oh, here's some other interesting post that I could read. So that's like serving a double purpose. It's internal linking, and also it's helps with to keep the reader on the page. So now I'm ready to submit. So let's go ahead and submit this brand new post. All right, let's do that.
Get the stopwatch going. Click.
Yeah, let's get the stopwatch. Yes. Now I click submit. So now you can see publishing is going. So it's just okay. Let's count the seconds. So 3. So it's about this one is a new blog post.
Is it zoom affected?
Yeah, a zoom slide. Yes, definitely zoom affected. So you can see now it took about 5 seconds, right? But I tell you, without zoom, actually it takes about 2 to 3 seconds. Stop.
Wow.
But still. 5 seconds, is it bad? Okay, 5 seconds.
No, I can live with that.
Yeah, okay.
I could probably live with 7 seconds if it really came down to it.
So you could see what happens. So it tells you now, success, post is published. Okay, now, if you take a look on the left side of my screen, just a quick tip. I am integrated with Telegram. I created my bot on the Telegram that every time I publish it, it's automatically published on the Telegram bot. It's kind of neat feature. I mean, I like that. Yeah. So you have a publish in there, it's automatic reflection of all my publishing. So it's kind of interesting thing. Now, you've done it, so click OK. Now I can go back. Now let's take a look now this post. So let me refresh now this page so you could see how the post have been published. Now, see now, even refreshing the page, it just takes time. All right, now you can see now this post is right here. Now let's double check. I published date is today's date, 10/19. Yes, that's exactly when we published it. So now you can take a look at this one. So you could see, I didn't categorize this one. So I should have, I think I said. Now, let me look at this. This one, let me open up as a preview here. So if I go here, where's it? Okay, clone, new draft. It's a publish. Where's the quick edit? No, view. Okay, let me go to view. So you could see how it's being published. And you can see how it's been. Okay, now let's take a look. Yeah, all right. So now this is my featured image. Now you can see this is my table of contents because I do not have. So every block will be listed here. So these blocks are important because you can actually click on that and you go exactly directly the spot where you want to go. See, I didn't add yet my transcripts. Here the block is here, but black because I just didn't have the transcripts.
Right.
But now here's my related posts. Now my lazy loading, what it does now, it's just shrink this one. But these are 3 posts will be laying here. If you don't have a lazy loading, that will show equally nicely and everything all there related. Now this one is my video, so you can see the video is here. You can actually click it and you see it right here. It start working now. This one is, but you can actually pretty much do anything you want with the blog post inside the blog. Now, let's now experiment it. I'm gonna do very quick things. So let me go back now into my blog. Now, if I want now, very quick now, if I want to make changes, let's say I do the changes here and I do whatever. I'm just putting some extra content. Right. Maybe I just highlight it so it will be visible. So I'll do like this. Say highlight, let me do this. So this is my extra content. Maybe I can add some of the libraries that I have. I do not have in this particular. Let me just search for the other content that I have. Let's say I add like couple images here, like image here. Now take a look how fast it is now. If I go back now, see, I added the image, I added some text. Now, okay, say, okay, it changes now. I don't want to go back anywhere. All I'm just going here. You can see this one was, okay, now here. Now I'm going back and now republish. So click button here, and what it will do, you see now it's quick. So you can see it's a lot quicker. Sometimes this is, so it's less than 2 seconds, right? So I got it. Now I'm going back here. Let me now refresh it. So I'll refresh this one. You can see how the content being updated. So hold on. Let me scroll it. Now you can see this is I added and this is image. Now let me show you a quick neat trick here. Now let's say I'm working on this blog and this blog is not ready yet. I don't want to publish, but I want to publish everything else. Or I want to quickly hide it from anybody and just I will do work later, but right now I just don't want to publish it yet. Just simply select this I. You can see this I crossed off. This I is crossed off here. It will never publish it. Now let's go back and republish it again. Okay, click here, go step, go one more step and click submit. Now let's look. So see how fast you can see now, done. So it's already published, success, gone back here. Let's refresh it. Now this block is completely gone. So now you could see the video is here. The block is totally hidden. It's not just not there. You can imagine now I can hide say out of say 20 blocks I might have, maybe 5 of them I just quickly click and I hide it. I just simply publish it. You try to do it in a WordPress, forget about it. It's gonna take you time, it's gonna take you also a headache, and it's gonna maintain somewhere whatever you want to take out. You're gonna put it somewhere. Now all of this, now I need to now publish it back. I just need to go back here and say, okay, I'm ready to say with this content, I just want to simply publish it. But let me just edit it here and say, okay, I want to delete this image. Just click here and let's say I will remove this because this one I don't need it anymore. Now, and maybe I do some corrections here, so it's fine. Maybe I can do some, check my Grammarly. Grammarly looks cool. So I'm there, and now let me go back and publish it again. So I'm going back and publish, and it goes here quickly step, next step, go submit. And now again, now 2-3 seconds, and it is there, done. So now you could see now it showed up. You go here and let's refresh it, and you can see what I got. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I didn't. This is a good test now. Take a look. I didn't remove. I think I didn't remove the I. So this is exactly. Hold on. Let me just refresh it. Yeah. You see the I is still there. Now, in order for me to show this block, I need to remove the I.
Got it.
If I click here, now I is removed. I mean, I crossed off I, right? So I've removed. Now let me publish it again. So I'm going back here and do it again. See what Zoom now doing? It slows down the system. It's hurting. It's really hurting. Now, oh, by the way, when you go here, you can see now the last update is always will be here. When we do any updates, we keep a track, and you can see how that also when the last published date, you can see the post ID and the exact timing when it was published. So you can see if I updated something, I know exactly. If I try to go like, if I make changes and updates, and if you didn't publish it yet, it just shows you that when you last time updated. So let me republish it again, and now you will see the changes here. Okay, now it's done. Success. Going back here, let's refresh it and let's see. Yeah, now we back.
Wow.
So this block is
fabulous.
back. And by the way, it's not just one block. I'm publishing articles which contain 4, 5, 6,000 words. I can move anything there. I can, out of all 6,000, I can leave 100 words and cover everything else. I can put from 6,000 to 3,000 to anything, and it will publish within seconds.
Hey, you could use the I, you could write an extensive, almost like a series, or, you know, the way they used to publish books in the newspaper in England, and, you know, Dickens and those guys, they would republish installments. So you could do an installment. You could write the whole thing and then hide all but the first installment, then get the second one. So
yeah, then the thing is with the I, so it can be used for multiple things. first of all, you can create your own notes, which will be visible right in your face. So if you want to create one block which you can use for yourself, say maybe like characters you putting in, or maybe like your rough outline, or you know that you stuck right in your face. You don't need to go into notes. It's right inside your article. You can stick in anywhere of the like multiple blocks. Just cover it with the eye, and they will never be printed. They will always be there for you, but not for outside. Even they will not be even visible in a preview. So when you go to preview, this is a preview. If I cover that eye, this will not be visible. So if I click this one here now, see it hides. Go on the preview now here. Right here is a preview.
Right.
So if I click on the preview now, you can see now I hidden the content of this and it will not show up. So whatever you want to hide, you can hide. Now, if you want to unhide it, just simply click on that and unhide it. You can do it also inside and right on this one. So you can just hover it. When you aim it exactly, you can just click like this. I think it is there too. Okay.
Wow. Well, that's really impressive. And I think we probably are.
Yeah, we are close to the end, right?
Yep.
So, yep. So this is a good quick functionality, and you understand that you're totally in control of your WordPress. You're totally in control of your blog posts, and actually the complete blog of the website. Because in here, you will have the view of all your blogs. Bring them in, like import. Look at my previous video that I made. You can just simply go on here and say, okay, bring my blog post URL. Just post it here. It will be in 2 seconds, will be in here. Then you improve it, you go through that, and then you republish it again. But remember, use your post ID if you want to publish an exact spot where content was taken from.
Very good. All right. Well, I think that's an outstanding overview.
So I think now we covered everything about the publishing, so I don't know what else to say there. And just one thing is, when you go to publishing, like I said, we will have the integration with many other platforms in the future. Like I like the Ghost, I want to bring in the Medium, so you can do the same article, we just post it in the other places. Also, we can post it even some of the like marketing integrations, but those will be more on automation. So right now, if hopefully this is all. Is anything else I missed, Tom?
I don't think so. I'm ready to go, and I haven't used the publish capability yet because I was basically publishing to Squarespace and LinkedIn, and I decided, well, I'm going to try WordPress again. So I did that back in the last
85% of the users was the WordPress in the world. So WordPress is by far is the biggest platform where the bloggers keep the blog post, and there is for specific reason. First of all, it's free. Another thing, it gives you a lot of flexibility and option. But the downside is complex, freaking complex. As much as
no kidding. Well, I've done some maintenance for you there, and also on Joomla and a couple other of those platforms. This is much nicer. So yeah. I think we put Mickey to sleep. So he seems quite content back there.
Yeah. He's
my lights back there.
I hope the people will not fall asleep when they watch it.
No, we try to spice it up for him.
Yeah.
I'll give him the story about my neck-breaking accident.
All right, then save your story for the next time.
I will. All right, Gennady.
All right.
Great evening.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.